As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to the way food is prepared, stored, and even reheated. What might seem like a harmless habit in your younger years can quickly become a serious health hazard after 60. For many seniors, reheating leftovers is a routine part of life, quick, easy, and waste-free. But here's the truth. Not all foods are safe to reheat. Some dishes, when reheated, become breeding grounds for bacteria, trigger digestive discomfort, or lose their nutritional value entirely. Meanwhile, others actually become more beneficial when heated again, releasing nutrients or becoming easier to digest. The key is knowing which is which. Ignoring this distinction could increase your risk of food poisoning, inflammation, or even long-term damage to your gut. But making the right choices can enhance your digestion, boost immunity, and save you from unpleasant side effects. In this guide, we reveal 3 common foods that seniors should never reheat under any circumstances and 3 powerful foods that should always be reheated to unlock their full benefits. If you're over 60 and you often rely on leftovers, this might be the most important kitchen tip you learn this year. Let's dive into what's safe, what's dangerous, and why it matters. 3 foods seniors should never reheat. 1. Spinach. Spinach is known for its high iron, folate, and nitrate content, making it a valuable leafy green for many seniors. However, when spinach is reheated, especially in a microwave, the nitrates in the leaves can undergo chemical transformation, turning into nitrites and possibly harmful nitrosamines. These compounds are linked to digestive issues and may pose a carcinogenic risk when consumed frequently. For older adults with slower metabolisms and more sensitive gut linings, this could result in bloating, stomach cramps, or increased inflammation. Spinach also loses much of its vitamin C and folate content when subjected to second-round heating, especially if it was stored improperly or for too long. Microwaving cold spinach that's been left in the fridge for more than a day can cause rapid bacterial growth, further increasing the risk of foodborne illnesses like listeria. Seniors whose immune systems may not be as strong can become especially vulnerable. Instead of reheating spinach, consider eating it cold in a salad or preparing it fresh each time. Light steaming just before consumption is safer. The best rule is to cook what you'll eat immediately and avoid keeping leftover spinach in the fridge, even if you plan to reheat it later. Your health is worth that extra caution. 2. Chicken. Reheating chicken might seem harmless, especially if it was safely stored in the fridge. However, chicken's high protein structure changes when exposed to microwave heat for the second time. These changes can make it harder to digest and may even trigger stomach upset, especially in seniors with weaker digestive enzymes. More importantly, chicken is highly susceptible to bacterial contamination, especially when not reheated to the proper internal temperature. If not evenly heated to at least 75 degrees Celsius (165 degrees Fahrenheit), harmful bacteria like Salmonella or Campylobacter can survive and lead to serious infections. The microwave often heats unevenly, leaving cold spots where bacteria thrive. For seniors, food poisoning from under-reheated chicken can lead to dehydration, weakness, and even hospitalization. Additionally, storing chicken for more than 24 hours before reheating increases these risks. If you must reheat chicken, do so on a stovetop with even heat or in an oven to ensure safety. But ideally, cook what you need and avoid saving portions for the next day. Freshly cooked poultry is always the better choice for older adults. In short, reheating chicken may not always be deadly, but the risks for seniors far outweigh the convenience. 3. Eggs. Reheating cooked eggs, whether boiled, scrambled, or fried, can lead to unpleasant health consequences for seniors. Eggs are rich in protein, but when reheated, especially in the microwave, these proteins can become rubbery and harder for the digestive system to process. This can lead to bloating, indigestion, or discomfort, particularly in older adults whose digestive efficiency naturally declines with age. Additionally, eggs contain sulfur, and reheating can enhance their sulfuric compounds, leading to a strong odor and potential gas buildup in the gut. More seriously, if eggs are stored improperly or left at room temperature for more than 2 hours before being refrigerated, they become breeding grounds for bacteria such as Salmonella. Reheating them without reaching the right internal temperature will not eliminate all bacterial threats. Seniors are especially vulnerable to foodborne illnesses due to reduced stomach acid levels, which play a role in killing harmful pathogens. For safety and digestion, it's best to cook eggs fresh and eat them immediately. If leftovers are necessary, Hard-boiled eggs can be consumed cold within a day, but avoid reheating them. The minor time saved by reheating eggs is not worth the gastrointestinal risk, especially for anyone over 60. 3 foods seniors must reheat. 1. Rice. Rice is often misunderstood when it comes to reheating safety, but when handled correctly, it can actually be safer and more beneficial when reheated. Cooked rice that is cooled quickly and stored properly in the fridge should be reheated thoroughly before being eaten again. This is because rice can contain spores of Bacillus cereus, a bacteria that survives initial cooking and can multiply during storage. Reheating rice to a high enough temperature destroys the toxins and makes it safe again. For seniors, this step is crucial as digestive issues from improperly handled rice can cause severe nausea, cramps, or even vomiting. But beyond safety, reheating rice can also improve its texture, making it softer and easier to chew for those with dental issues or weaker jaw strength. Warm rice is also more comforting and digestible compared to cold rice, which can harden and resist stomach breakdown. Always ensure that rice is stored in an airtight container and reheated evenly, preferably on a stovetop or with steam. Avoid microwaving large clumps, as cold spots can remain. With the right precautions, reheated rice becomes both safe and gentle on an aging digestive system. 2. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are nutrient-rich, packed with fiber, beta-carotene, and complex carbohydrates that provide lasting energy. What makes them special for seniors is their softness, digestibility, and antioxidant properties. Interestingly, reheating sweet potatoes can actually enhance some of these benefits. When cooled and then reheated, the resistant starch content in sweet potatoes increases. Resistant starch acts like fiber, supporting gut health, regulating blood sugar, and improving bowel movements, common issues for older adults. Sweet potatoes also retain much of their vitamin A and C content even after reheating. Their naturally sweet flavor becomes more pronounced with warming, making them appealing without added sugar. Unlike other starchy foods, sweet potatoes reheat well without losing their texture, especially when steamed or baked again. For seniors with arthritis or joint pain, the anti-inflammatory compounds in warm sweet potatoes offer comfort and nourishment. The key is storing them properly, in airtight containers and refrigerating them quickly after cooling. Reheat evenly to avoid cold centers and enjoy them as a soft, warm, and health-supporting side dish. So yes, sweet potatoes are not only safe to reheat, they're one of the few foods that become better the second time around. 3. Soups and stews. Soups and stews are often made in large batches and saved for later, making them ideal candidates for reheating. For seniors, these dishes offer hydration, warmth, and a rich blend of nutrients from vegetables, meats, and legumes. When reheated thoroughly, soups and stews become even more flavorful, as the ingredients have had more time to blend. Nutrients from the vegetables continue to infuse the broth, making every spoonful more nourishing than before. Reheating also helps eliminate any bacterial growth that may have begun during storage, as long as the dish is brought to a simmer or boiling point. For seniors dealing with chewing difficulties or reduced appetite, a warm bowl of soup is both easy to consume and deeply satisfying. Bone broth-based stews are especially beneficial, offering collagen and minerals that support joint and bone health. The key is to store leftovers promptly in the fridge, in shallow containers to cool quickly. When reheating, do so on the stove rather than the microwave for even heat. Stir well to ensure all portions are heated through. For older adults seeking comfort, nutrition, and ease, soups and stews should be reheated, not avoided. For seniors, reheating food isn't just a matter of convenience, it's a decision that can directly impact health, digestion, and overall well-being. As we age, our digestive systems become more sensitive and our immune responses slow down, making us more vulnerable to foodborne illnesses and nutrient deficiencies. That's why knowing which foods to avoid reheating and which to embrace reheated is essential. Spinach, chicken, and eggs may seem harmless, but when reheated, they pose potential risks, from harmful bacteria to difficult digestion and chemical changes that could damage your body over time. These are best eaten fresh or cold, never rewarmed. On the other hand, rice, sweet potatoes, and soups not only become safer when reheated properly, but they also retain or even enhance their nutritional value and digestibility, making them ideal for senior health. The goal isn't to make life more difficult in the kitchen. It's to make every bite work for your body, not against it. Use airtight containers, refrigerate leftovers quickly, and always reheat thoroughly. Avoid microwaving thick or dense foods unevenly. With a little awareness and preparation, you can enjoy your meals safely and nutritiously, even on busy days. Remember, your body deserves the best fuel, and sometimes the smallest adjustments in how we handle food can make the biggest difference in how we feel. Choose wisely, reheat smartly, and continue to nourish yourself in ways that protect and support your aging years. Your health, energy, and peace of mind are worth that extra moment of care.